Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell. I'm in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Fluid Art Studio Gallery with a 12-inch by 24-inch canvas that I've pre-primed with Artist Loft White, and it's dry. And I'm going to use Colourarte colors, pigments, primary elements, Prizm pours, because I'm a Colourarte affiliate, and this is Interference Gold. Don't ask me why I'm doing it, but I think if I spread it out thin enough, it might just do what I want it to do, which is to be a shimmering background color in the white areas, which will, for all intents and purposes, be negative space. I'm going to add some black to this next. If I like how this looks, it's hardly going to show. I'm hoping I can see enough of it to decide that I like the shapes. I never remember that 12 by 24s are challenging size for my... So I'm going to try my best not to leave any puddly areas. Nothing thick enough to be a challenge to what's coming next. That looked like it was something I wanted to get rid of. But wherever I put the gold, I'm going to put the black somewhere else. And I think a couple more places. And I'll be done. Pick up anything I've got left over and add it. Didn't want to scrape that off. Okay, so that's my basic start. Except for I just scraped off something I wanted to keep, so I'm going to put it back. Wipe off my OXO omelet turning flip and fold spatula. You can flip and fold omelet turning spatula you can find on my Amazon link. I've got paint chips on my hands galore, and I should have cleaned them. I really should have cleaned them. I'm going to try and put the black in between in places that won't be interfered with by the interference. And then I'm going to probably put some colors down and maybe some dots and smear those, and no matter what stage we're at, when time's up, it'll be a stage and we'll decide then at that point. Reminds me of ermine when I do these marks. Ermine is, to the best of my knowledge, a white fur with a black tuft in it. Well, it looks like a tuft to me anyway. That makes me want some real gold. Usually I'm a little freer with the black, but I can always come back and add more. I'm not sure, whether if I should wait and see if things dry okay. But I don't have a lot of time and I want to play, and it is my birthday still. And so play I will. That was Dancing Fuchsia. It is a purely pigments. It's a new color from Colourarte. I'm just going to put some colors down and have a go. This is paint chips aside. Bobbing for apples. And I'm going to do More Dancing Fuchsia. That was Orange Crush. I'm not sure I said that. I was kind of thinking about using the Interference Gold in between. Being called to some blue velvet again, because I should have used more. Some Royal Sapphire. Some Fandango. I'm kind of thinking if I can get paint down fast enough, and I can maybe use my graduated tool. And no matter how fugly this looks at this stage, we're planning on doing something to it that might be interesting. Hopefully, knock on wood. This is Egyptian blue. Once I pull the tab out, that's keeping it. Let's go down here. Now, I could smear that with just the dots, but I need a different color in between, I think. And I'll use the Frostbite just to keep the colors separated when I pull my stripes out. I'm going to wipe off my spatula. I haven't been diligent about that yet. That's an interesting effect I hadn't contemplated. I'm being called to some, well, I was being called to Cupid's Crush. I've got Rhapsody Rose. Let's use the Cupid's Crush. Now if the black were dry, it'd be a lot cleaner. And what am I thinking? I'm thinking, where is my, it's right here in front of you. You know it's, looking for Frosted Berry. And I got it. Yay. Definitely need another color in between strong colors to keep them from filling in. You can almost always use your residuals. Now if you let your stuff dry in between, you'd have a completely different effect. I'm being called to some Tuscan Sun. Whoops, it came out different than I anticipated. And it's either going to be saffron, I think it's going to be saffron, so it's different than the color next to it. That's a lot of Tuscan Sun right there. Come on, out you come. It's plugging up. Please top, don't explode off. Well, we're going to get plenty of yellow and not very much orange. We'll just worry about that being blended. I'm going to blend that with a little bit of Dancing Fuchsia. Or I'm going to try. I'm wondering about Tuscan Sun. Excuse me, I'm wondering about Shiny Taffeta. And I kind of like that, strangely enough. think that was too much. Fortunately, the black seems to be drying, although that, I need more black in there. I just scraped some of it away. Now I do intend on using my toothy tool, my graduated toothy tool. And right now I have another little tool that if I can locate it right here, and it's not too schmutzy, I can use it like a paintbrush. And it's a silicone hair tool. And I've been contemplating this for a while. So let's try it with a little bit of real gold. And see how I like it. That's an interesting texture. I'm not sure I'm in love with it. But what that means is I could scrape it. Let's try that. I think it's too late for the black. Yep. Can't scrape that anymore. I could put more on and scrape it though. I could try that. Well, that was different. Not very, I think this is just a start. Silver. I'm not sure where to go from here. I'm not usually stumped. Okay. If in doubt, jasmine. And snapdragon. Which is evidently a little plugged. I'll try and deal with it. It's interesting. It's getting interesting, I would say. I wish I'd done the black earlier. I can always do more black tomorrow or later. Sorry I'm quiet, I'm focused and I'm a little bit disconcerted. I'm trying to move too fast. I I am getting somewhere, but it's kind of freaking me out a little bit. Use my Q-tip to take a markup I don't want. Part of me just wants to let everything dry and continue on at a later point. But I've got some neat things happening. I forgot the saffron was closed up. Let me use my tweezers on my Amazon link on the link tree below. Show more in the description under the video are something that everybody should have, I think, because they'll take the nasties out of your paint and they'll help you clean your bottle tip. Not that either one of those things is happening right this second. I'm going to take the top off. And pull the whole cone of paint out, I hope. Not as easily done as said right at the moment. But I want the saffron. And I'm pretty sure I can have some, but if not all. I've got paint chips under my thumbnail. It's terrible. I think that's my major issue, is I jumped the gun. It occurs to me I've only got that one little bit of turquoise and that green, and I like it. But before I do the saffron that I just spent so long working on, I'm inclined to have a little bit more excuse me while I drop my bottles into their positions. Let's try that. And some more. It's kind of cool. I mean, it's not done by any stretch, I guess. That's the problem. I'll give myself one more minute to work. I'm still craving that saffron. And saffron, nothing goes better with saffron than jasmine. Alright, I'm getting closer. I think this is a stage 1, but it's so cool. Also, I'm thinking the Rhapsody Rose is calling to me. So I'll be back in a second. Oh, it looks good from up here. I wish it felt as good from down there. I'll see you in a sec. Okay, I'm back. I'm not sure where this is going, but I am sure dots wouldn't hurt anything. And I've got some white, and I know for a fact that the black is dry in most places. So adding, that's not dry. Adding a few dots in random places isn't actually a bad idea. And I can always add more tomorrow. Makes me want to just add more dots, although I've got gold and I haven't done a lot with that. And I just knocked my bottle into the painting. Darn. And the cool thing about the gold, in theory at least, is that I can drag a tool through it. And I still want the saffron. So much better than I thought it would the first time. I got to do it a second time. Okay, I think Jasmine is coming, and then I'm going to call it either good or a stage, and either way, that can't be a bad thing right now. Well, I'm freely admitting that this was weird, but it's also kind of cool. I mean, there's smears and stuff, all kinds of places. I'm going to take a couple of tools. That's not one. Oh, I never use this. This is actually a Princeton Catalyst contour tool. Let's try it. I don't think I have before. Basically just makes me want to use the graduated tool I know from Michaels. But I really like this. It's just new. Let's see what happens. Got some sticky stuff coming up. Got some really cool marks. What am I going to do with that? I'm going to use my residuals. I don't want to go too far because it wasn't horrible a minute ago. I want to try the white. That was probably not my best move. But I'll live with it. I'll just put some more in there. or close by. Everything's closing up on me today. And I'm going to tell you guys, please ask questions. Questions are welcome and encouraged. This was a little bizarre, but that's okay. I think I felt a little rushed. I like mark making. I like practicing mark making. The only thing I'm seeing I want to change is right there. Weird little gap. Okay, so that's it for me. Please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. If when you watch the videos longer, you help my channel maintain. You help me maintain my channel, more like. If you share my videos, you help me out, but when you watch them longer, that's the biggest help of all. I appreciate that. If you're interested in shopping my art on merchandise, you should check out the link tree. There's Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter links, Facebook group, Facebook group is Priscilla, not a group. It's Priscilla Batzell-artist. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to come back tomorrow, so I'm going to give myself permission to just stick my finger in a few places, because it's fun. And that's what I'm doing anyway. Alright, I'm going to try and shimmer this at you before you're gone, if I can. It's, if it needs any fix tomorrow, I would assume that it would have to be white. You know what, I've got an interest in one more mark making endeavor, at least. Alright, she said several times, not sure at all everything was alright. I'm sorry, I freaked out. But it looks very cool from up here. It looks like a picnic of all sorts. I love you guys. I hope you come again. Please feel free to leave me a comment. Your comments keep my morale boosted, and I really appreciate the donations through PayPal and Patreon, and I especially appreciate the memberships there. You members are keeping my channel on YouTube, so thank you so much. My paint pouring recipe is below. Show more. My email address, should you want to contact me for a class at Spring Hill, Florida, or purchasing an artwork, is easpb and the word gallery spelled out at gmail.com. And like I said, there's a few little spots, little smears that I might want to fix tomorrow with either some dots or some white or some black. Or I might change my mind and think that it's just fine the way it is. In any case, I love you guys. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. My community board will show you tomorrow's video. Did I say it's at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time? And whatever I've forgotten, you'll have to see in another video. What basically, to start with, is I have 33 playlists, and if you like what I do, they're also separated and organized by topic and genre, and I can give those to you easier than you'll ever find them at YouTube. So just ask me. And no, I love you guys. You inspire me always. Bye for now. Priscilla out.